So, dudes, Mr. Few the Aquarium Dude coming at you with a very special episode because I will not be filming any longer from my brother's house because I have purchased and began to renovate a house of my own. So me and Marilyn have been working to turn this house our home, and as part of that, we've really been missing Mac a lot, and so we decided to get a little bundle of joy our own. He's a golden retriever named Theo. He's 6 weeks old, and he's the cutest. So, okay, easy, killer. So he's such a little fluff ball. He's been doing a lot of napping. I brought him home yesterday, so he's a real new addition. He loves to play, loves to snuggle, and of course, loves to take some naps. However, today is not just about him. Today is about some updates going on with my fish tank. I was able to get all my fish tanks moved over with the help of a lot of friends, and so I got my dwarf Calvis tank, which needs a bigger one now. These guys have gotten bigger. A lot of them are hiding. You can see him in there, as well as she's right there, but they've become to get a lot bigger, a lot more active, and it's time to get a 20-gallon long of their own. You can see they all have their own little shell they like to hang out in. But I think with a little more space, they'll be a lot more comfortable to breed. So we move up as well. I got some new angelfish, so I'm going to bring some up here. At Burt's in Dayton, a student was gracious enough to be on his way there and pick me up some. And so I now have 9. And so as they get older, I have a 30-gallon tank that's just waiting for them. Again, as I build the fish tank, you can see how beautiful these rainbows look in natural sunlight. And so if I would take the blinds down, because I always keep this window up for the plants to get some natural sunlight, they would not have that color. You know, you keep your rainbow fish in your basement with aquarium lights, you'll never see this kind of color unless you are able to get some kind of light here. So they really stand out a lot in natural light. But from the last video, my Amazon sword, which there's, I should say, 2 types of growth you should consider. There's immersed growth, which means it's immersed in the water, and emerged growth, meaning it's emerged out of the water. And so the leaf structure is a little different. They actually melt back. And so this plant, all the leaves are built to be emerged out of the water, and they really didn't do very good in the move. And so I've had quite a few dead ones, but you know, they're always dying and I'm trimming them back. But since this shoot came out, or as Corey calls them, the spike came out, it really hasn't put out a new leaf. I think all of that plant energy right now is towards this. And so just like in an Amazon riverbed, this plant puts out its shoot, it sinks to the ground as it gets heavier, and a new plant can grow out of it. And so I've kind of tried to show that kind of natural, progression of the plant. And so I'm hoping that this will root down. I just made this yesterday, and so the roots haven't gotten a chance to take hold. I think I'll bury it just a little more. You got to make sure to keep that crown out of the soil. You can see some new leaves budding up, and so you'd hate to bury that and block those out. But I think this is 2 separate ones, 2 separate flowers. I have one here as well as one here. And so all 4 of these new Amazon swords, if I would put them directly into that water, these leaves would have to die back and new ones come up. And so the longer I leave it out of water, the more it can store that energy for it to use. So I'm not in a big rush to put it in. As I build my fish room, there'll be some more tanks that I could fill in with this plant. But I'm really excited about that. Love my angels. Really happy. Only 1 death, which was one of my Corys, and I have quite a bit of them, but one of them did not make it in the move. I'm not sure what the stress came from, or if maybe some aggression from other ones or other fish, but I'll take that. So and of course, really excited for a new addition of my family, little Theo. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more of the progression of the Amazon sword, I'll be filming the creation of my fish room. My angels will be growing up. Hopefully my calvis will be, happy in their new home. Hopefully start to breed. And of course I'll be breeding some more of my Praecox rainbows, or commonly called dwarf neon rainbows. So that's it for me, dudes. I'm out.